The problem in South Africa was a systematic discrimination codified in law that was treating people of different races differently and assigning them different rules, different laws, different, like everything, completely differently. Okay.
Yes, okay,
that problem,
so
no, shut the fuck up, you 85 IQ dipshit, okay? The problem between Israel and Palestine is the occupation. That's the problem. When the occupation goes away, when the occupation goes away, when the occupation goes away,
exactly the conditions.
Listen, I'm not here for a one-state cuck answer you're trying to like sneak your way into, okay? This is what I'm helping you try to get out of, okay? But you're not gonna be able to get out of this. It sounds to me like what you're describing as apartheid is every single occupation ever.
Okay, so give me the parallel example.
And anything. The current Russian invasion in Ukraine we can go with.
So if Russia functionally annexes East Ukraine and subjects Ukrainians to different laws and discrimination, that would be an apartheid system.
Correct.
Yeah.
If Russia annexes territory and then makes those people citizens and then subjects them to different laws, that would be apartheid.
No, it doesn't have to make them citizens necessarily, but if it rules over them. And we're talking about 56 years here. So obviously the distinction between, this is just a military occupation and it's been 56 years. This is a part of your country. You've made it a part of your country, and everything you're doing demonstrates your interest in incorporating it further and further into your country.
This is all like vague. I don't even know like what.
Okay, it's not vague.
It is vague. You're like, well, if they move people over and they make them over more and more in time and blah, blah, blah.
Like, what is the argument here? The conditions are met for apartheid. This is how an apartheid looks.
It's not how an apartheid looks. You're trying to reapply something. You're changing some of the fundamental aspects of what apartheid was. And then you're doing it because you just want to apply it to this situation of an extended, of a very long, I admit, military occupation. That's what you're doing.
What are the fundamental aspects?
The fundamental aspects are people of your own country, your own citizens that you are treating. You've got like a caste system for different races of people in your country.
Netanyahu holds up. Look at what do the Israelis refer to the West Bank as? Judea and Samaria. They filled it with their settlements. It's theirs. They don't acknowledge there's an occupation. Are you aware of that?
I mean, obviously they do because they haven't annexed it formally, and they're not part of their voting.
They functionally annexed it, and they don't acknowledge that they're occupied territories.
Okay.
You're trying to dismiss certain terms which are pretty accurate as buzzwords. It's a pointless argument just to dismiss people. Anybody who says apartheid, just write them off. Let me ask you another question. Do you think colonization is a buzzword that shouldn't be used?
Today it is, yeah. If you want to talk about colonization like the 40s, it's probably more apt.
So today, expanding settlements further and further through the West Bank and filling them with Jewish settlers is not colonization. You're expanding Jewish colonies throughout the Palestinian territory.
I call it territorial expansion. No, I don't use colonization because generally that's a word that if you use, you're usually a fucking moron. So no, I stay away from the word colonization. That's exactly what I'm saying. No, because they're not colonies. It's not a colony. No, hold on. It's not
buzzwords, and anyone who uses them is a retard.
Yeah, because it is a buzzword. Are there colonies? Hold on. I'm sorry. Is Israel forming colonies in the territory of Palestine or in a different place? No.
Yes, of course. That's what the settlements are. They're colonies.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.